Tonight's presentation of 8-man Division II State Football Championship, Hanston versus Hope on Smoky Hills Public Television, is made possible by an underwriting grant from Pawnee Valley Feeders. Are proud to sponsor coverage of the Hanston Elks and congratulate the kids on a great season. Pawnee Valley Feeders of Hanston, commercial cattle feeders with a 20,000 head feedlot. By AGCO Incorporated, serving Russell County and the surrounding area. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the generous support of the Hanston State Bank and Hanston Insurance Agency. Also by Snyder Well Service, Jetmore Veterinary Service.
Back at Schaefer Field, we're just about set for the second half of this 8-man Division II championship game. It's a game that's led by Hope right now by a score of 34-8, dominated all the way through here at Schaefer Field and Russell in that first half. 201 yards rushing for Jacob Kraus in that first half. They're about set for the kickoff. Bros to boot it from the 30. They need to stop Hope offensively. There's almost an onside kick. It's taken by Lorson. He lowers his head and is brought down at the 33-yard line. Looking at our first half stats quickly, Hanston only 124 yards offensively. Hope, on the other hand, they dominated. They had 339 yards of total offense, 63 passing, 276 rushing, 10 first downs, no turnovers. And that translates into 34 points.
Yes, it does. Awesome display.
There's again Kraus up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of a couple on the play for Kraus as we settle into the third quarter here on Smoky Hills Public Television.
I think the toll of not one time all this last week that Hanston had the full squad practicing. Today's the first time they've all been together because of that flu and sickness. It could be a factor.
It could be a factor. Wow, domination by Hope so far. There's the pitch outside. Kraus gets to the sideline, and he's down the sideline and out of bounds. Where did they mark him out at? I'll tell you what, Kraus just about broke another long one. They're going to mark him out at the 30, about the 32, the 33, we'll call it the 33-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play, and it's a first down.
At
right
the sideline.
See him come sideline, and just, it's hard to see it down there, but it is another first down for Hope.
Well, I got a feeling that if it wouldn't have happened, why Jeff Weaver wouldn't have called it.
Fredley goes right. He's stacked up.
The ball loose.
The ball's loose. Does Hanston have it, or does Hope fall on the loose ball? This could be a big turn in this ball game. It looks like Hanston has the football. We'll see what it all depends who comes out with it.
Still a check.
And Hope keeps the ball. Fredley somehow kept his arms around that baby. And Dvorak and Salmons come out of the bottom of the pile. Jerry Slayton doesn't know why his team doesn't have the football. A loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 12.
That'd be tough to see a replay on that in there because it looked like about 16 players on top of each other down in there, wasn't it?
It was a hectic pile. Second and 12. Elliott split to the near side. There's a pitch out to Kraus. Gets a block. Dvorak can't bring him down the sidelines. Man, that kid is a runner.
He's got great speed. You know, Joe tried to turn him in. Dvorak tried to turn him in, and Kraus's speed made it around the corner.
Gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. It brings up third down and 4, a gain of 8 on the play. 222 yards so far in the ball game from Jacob Kraus.
Unbelievable running so far, but that was a good option play.
Listen to these numbers so far coming into this ball game for Kraus. 170 carries, 1,701 yards, and 42 touchdowns. He knows where to find the end zone. Fredley breaks out. He's going to be hit. He's going to be dropped. Dvorak in on the tackle. Jeremiah Meeks came in to help off. And also in there on the tackle,
Number
For the
22
Hanston
is
Elks was
Ben.
number 22, Brett Wilkins.
Number 22, Brett Wilkins. Number 52, Joe DeVore, make a stop.
A loss of 3 on the play. It'll bring up fourth down. Fourth down and a long 5. Fourth down and 6, actually.
I bet you Coach Hostetler has a play-action pass coming in on this one.
Twins to the far side. That's Elliott and Hicks. Kraus, once again, the lone setback. Back to pass. Incomplete pass. And I'll tell you what, Frusher was in there. Dvorak was in there. Wilkins was in there. And that pass was incomplete. And they will take over. Hanston will. First down and 10.
The speed of the Hanston Elks that time on that blitz picked it up, and I think he wanted to hit Kyle Larson, you know, as a screen up the middle.
First down and 10 at the 28-yard line. So Hanston with their first offensive possession. 10:04 to go here in the third quarter. They trail 34-8. Left side, Zach Lee with his first carry in the ball game. Navigates the defense for Hope, and it's a nice 6-yard gain on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. First carry tonight for Zach Lee.
And got 6 very needed yards for the Hanston Elks.
2nd down and 4. Lee again. They'll make that Seiler in this time. He's going to have a gain of 5 and a first down.
Seiler on the carry. Zach Hicks and Matt O'Brien make the stop.
They're bringing Lee and Seiler as alternate, you know, bringing in the play from offensive coaches Oliver Salmons over there, Levi's older brother, who played in 89 and 90 games.
First down and 10. And Salmons keeps it. He is busted right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Kobe Elliott, Kyle Larson, Matt O'Bray.
The first man to make contact.
No gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 39-yard line. Hanston trying to get something going desperately on offense. They trail by 26 points right now. Hope has dominated this entire football game. There's a snap. Salmons over the middle, looks for Bros. It's intercepted by Fredley. He's going to try and get some blocks, and Corey Fredley is finally dropped at the 30-yard line. Salmons didn't even have his receiver turn and look for the ball. Bros went outside, the pass went inside, and another turnover on Hanston.
Well, Levi had to get rid of the ball, but Phillip was still running north, and he hadn't turned around to find out where the receiver was. And like you said, Fredley, he intercepts the ball around the 20-yard line and then zigzagged his way back.
Watch it right here. Salmon's kind of off of his back leg, and Bros was starting to look for it, but by the time he'd already ran past the ball by the time he started to look back for it. Kraus, not much on the first carry, gain of maybe a couple on the play. Jeremiah Meeks in there on the tackle after the 2-yard gain.
I think Kyle Larson just went and told his quarterback something about on the defense, like one play that might work, so he'd come over and talk to Coach Hostetler and maybe signal in a new play here, Jeremy.
20 carries, 224 yards for Jacob Kraus. There's a pitch outside to Hicks. He's in some trouble. Carries the pile up to the 35-yard line, so gets 3 on the play, which was a good gain. As when that play was developing, it didn't look like Hicks was even going to get a yard or 2, but he was able to make 3 out of it.
Well, they closed hurry, though. I mean, you know, looked like it for a while. Looked like he might have was going to spread it out and go wide to the out of bounds line. But anyway, brings up what, 3rd and maybe 6, or 3rd and long 5.
Third and 5. The ball just inside the Hope 35-yard line. The Lions lead it by 26. Kraus is battling close to the first down. He's going to be about a yard short, a gain of 4 on the play.
And I don't look for them to punt on 4th down and short, do you? It's going to be less than 1, 4th and less than 1. And I'm guessing Hostetler says, let's keep it, little ball control. We got it. They can't score without it. Let's keep it.
Hope hasn't went backwards very many times in this ball game. You got to believe Jacob Kraus is going to be the man that gets the football here. They need the 40-yard line for the first down. great surge from the offensive line. Matt O'Bray, a big block over there. And that's a gain of 5 on the play and a first down to the 36.
And then they went out there and set up in a balance line and made a shift in the line and moved is it Adam, number 14, Adam Gattenbein, 140-pound junior. Moved him over there along with the left guard. I formation.
There's a kick outside. Hicks still going down the sidelines. Look out. Rose trying to wrestle him down. Finally does at the 15. 21 yards on the carry for Zach Hicks.
It's time to show part of the Zach Hicks show. We've been seeing Jacob Kraus, and now it's time to we got Morton running back, and now you're seeing why.
The 14th first down in the ball game for the Lions. And it is a cold one out here today, folks. The wind chill of 28 right now. Look at that run by Hicks. 35, it's above freezing for the wind chill. Fredley keeps it. Meeks drags him down after a short gain of 1.
Tackled by number 76, Jeremiah Meeks.
All the fans are bundled up, wrapped up around the side, but hey, you got to have sympathy or empathy for all the camera people. There's over 20-some people out there bringing the game onto you, running cameras at all different angles.
They're doing the tough job. Here we are inside the press box, no wind, no nothing.
And we don't have to tackle Jacob Kraus or Zach Hicks.
No. There's a give. Kraus goes to the outside, and he's in again. Jacob Kraus finds the end zone for the 4th time. That one was from 14 yards out. He now has 247 yards and 4 touchdowns. An unbelievable performance by the Hope Lions.
And he just went right straight up the middle and then just broke to the outside and kind of found the pylon over here in the left end zone and took the score for up to 40. Now they're going for 2-point extra point.
The most points that they've given up. Kraus to the outside. They say no, he did not get there.
His knee hit first before the ball crossed over. Good call by the linesman, Terry Preston.
So with 5:16 to go in the 3rd quarter, 40-8. Look at this run by Kraus as he cuts it back, and Levi Salmons was not able to catch him as Kraus gets into the end zone.
I mean, you know, the people in the truck are doing an incredible job. Do you notice that on that replay? The guy still scored.
They did. He did. The Hope fans are happy. They're real happy. Hanston fans not so happy. They trail 40-8.
Look at old Mike Hesser down there. He's giving it out there. He says, we're back. Duck, it's worth for dinner. Oh.
Here comes the kickoff. Zeb Elliott's going to put it in the air. There's the line drive. It's taken. Up across. Seiler hit, dropped. Savory on the tackle along with Fredley. I'll tell you what, everybody plays everything here.
Yep, Travis Savory helped. Nice tackle there.
1st and 10 for Hanston. The ball about the 23-yard line. 40-8.
Ouch.
Hope started out a long touchdown run by Corey Fredley at the 11-14 mark of the 1st quarter. Then about 3.5 minutes later is a 71-yard run by Jacob Kraus. They led it 14-0. There's a stack up at the line of scrimmage. Lorson and Elliott bring Salmons down after a 1-yard gain.
Pretty good gang tackling, good teamwork.
One thing that Hope is doing is they're playing assignment defense today. They're not giving any cutback lanes to Levi Salmons. They're not allowing any big plays, and when they pass the ball, all sorts of pressure. 2nd down and 9.
They've corrected all the things that they were deficient in a year ago.
Salmons drops back the pass, has a man open, incomplete. That was intended for Dvorak at about the 34-yard line, but Salmons just had a little bit too much oomph on that one, and it brings up 3rd down and 9. Salmon struggling throwing the ball today. 1 completion for 22 yards on 8 attempts, and he's had 1 pass that was intercepted. He came into this ball game doing pretty good through the air. 61 for 88, only 2 interceptions on the year, 22 touchdowns, just over 1,200 yards. 3rd and 9. Salmon's in trouble. Throws it out, has a man. Frusher makes a catch, comes back across the drain, and has a first down at the 36-yard line. So a gain of 12 and a first down for Hanston.
That was a much-needed first down by Joey Frusher. Nice pass from Levi to him. Found him open out there in the left flat, and he made enough gain to move the sticks.
Carl Bentz with the pressure forced Salmons to his left, but Levi set up, and like you said, Larry made a nice throw. 1st and 10 at the 36. Salmons back to pass again, under pressure again, tries to scoot away, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 40. See if they mark him into Hope territory at the 38-yard line.
Depending where he went out of bounds, how they spot it.
Now they're going to mark it back. They're going to put it right at the 40-yard line, the nose nearly touching the 40.
Maybe
so
give
a gain
it
of
3.
3 on the play.
Well, Levi was kind of scampering for his life there because he had good pressure from his backside. And just try to get what you can get.
4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Salmon's back to pass, has time to throw it, has a man. Dvorak makes the catch and is knocked down at the 24-yard line. Jacob Kraus on the tackle. A nice gain right there of 17 yards and another first down.
And they needed that one again. Now they got a little momentum going, and they need to go ahead and punch it on in and get 16 points on the board if they can with the clock running.
Looks like Kraus is a little tired. You see him kind of bending over a little bit, hands on the knees. He's ran the ball a ton. Now he's having to do a lot of pass coverage. Double tight formation. Back to pass Salmons. Under pressure, gets out of it, and he's going to run it. And a nice open field tackle. Zach Hicks with the initial hit. Kyle Lorson, Zeb Elliott also out there.
Yep.
You look at this right here. There's a pass play. Dvorak juggled it, was able to bring it in, and you see him going down by the hands of Jacob Kraus. Salmons with 20 carries for 49 yards today. It's been a long time since he's ran the ball 20 times. He's only picked up 49 yards. 2nd down and 10 at the 24. Back to pass, throw out in the flat. Pressure makes the catch. Still on his feet, still going. I'll tell you what, that was a great effort as Zach Hicks brings him down at about the 16. A gain of about 7 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
And it looked like he wasn't going to get anything, didn't it, at first? I mean, it just straight out. It almost was a lateral type pass, but then it looked like he's going to get caught about the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden his strength, Frusher, gained another 6-7 yards out of it.
Salmons is able to lead him a little bit there and keep it. Instead, Frusher had to turn back towards the quarterback.
Yeah, good point.
3rd down and 3, but still a 7-yard gain. And Salmons with the keeper. He's going to have the first down inside the 15.
Looks like we don't have the best angle, but looks like he did make enough from our angle
down to the
first
13.
Down. And Raleigh Halligan says, yes, move the sticks, boys.
Gain of 4 on that play. 11 first downs for Hanston now, and they're trying to punch it in. They trail by 32. They need 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions to get back into this thing. Salmons is going to go back to pass. All sorts of time. Still looking. Throws it. Has a man. Caught. Touchdown.
Was that
Joe Dvorak makes the catch. And that was a 13-yard completion, and you have to give credit to the offensive line because Salmons had all day to sit back there and throw that football.
You're absolutely right. He could have set his microwave for a minute and still had time.
I think he probably could have in that situation.
I mean, he's warming up some hot cocoa on the sideline. He still had time, huh? Warm up to what? Put the chocolate in.
Mercy rule.
So here it is, the 2-point conversion right here for Hanston, and they need this one badly. They trail by 26. Salmons rolls right, goes up the middle, goes outside, throws it up, and incomplete. And that's going to be a flag.
Try it over, or you want to decline it?
Point after is no good. Intentional grounding, the penalty is declined. So with 1:45 to go in the third quarter, Hope 40, Hanston 14, and Hope still in control of this ball game, Larry.
Well, I think that that pass on that extra point there, Levi was trying to hit that cameraman from the TV station.
I think they're going over that way.
Well, camera lady, camera person.
A 13-yard pass from Levi Salmons, and now you got to think, is Hanston at the point where they need to onside kick it?
Absolutely. They're getting close if it ain't there. I don't know whether Jerry Slayton has any contacts with Oral Roberts up in the tower, but it's time for miracle working time.
They need something right here after that 2-point conversion failed.
There's no saying it's inch by inch, anything's a cinch, but
Yard by yard.
He needs to go yard by yard right now, doesn't he?
And he needs lots of yards.
Chunks,
Now they
big
need 4 scores to get back into this ball game.
Did you do that old math or new math to get to that?
I don't know what it was. It's a drubber, and it's going to be taken by Hope. Downing it was Tanner Anderson, a 150-pound freshman. So Anderson makes a smart play, just drops down on the football. It's first and 10 from the 28.
And now Coach Hosteller, he sends the play out there with his quarterback, Corey Fredley.
Look for Hanston to try and gang tackle right here and try to rip that ball out of there from the Hope Lions. Kraus up the middle.
Kind of surprised.
Gain 1 on the play.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't maybe fake. Give a little Kraus, Jacob Kraus, a blow a little bit and just give the ball to Zach Hicks. Aren't you a little bit?
Tell you what, I think Kraus is probably telling his coach, the senior, doesn't want anybody else to have a piece of that football. There's a point to where you listen to your leaders and let them do it. Aren't they excited? Can't you see our camera folks? They're so excited to be out there in full. There's another give up the middle. Kraus, slung shot forward to the 31-yard line. A gain of a couple brings up 3rd and 7.
That kind of lowers his ratio here because he's had 2 carries right here in a row and he's made a total of 2 yards. What's that tell you? Either
Right
getting a little
now,
weaker or Hanston's getting a little tougher here, but there's less than a minute to go, Jeremy.
Unofficially, he's averaging right at 10 yards a carry. 25 carries for 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. Not a bad day.
Awesome.
3rd down and 7. Man in motion is Hicks.
Play action pass probably. Oh,
And
yep.
Fredley goes left. Nope. And he's going up the sidelines. He is very close. It's going to be a first down up at the 39-yard
Wait a
line.
minute.
A gain of 8 on the play and
Nope, short.
no, they're going to mark it at the 36. They ran up to the 39. Now they mark it back to the 36, short of the first down. And for Hanston's purposes, the clock stops. So each second you can gain here
That's their ninth. That's their
is a big one.
ninth man on their team. So out of bounds line right now because it stops that clock.
So a gain of 5 on the play. It's 4th down and 2.
And timeout by the Hope Lions, looks like.
Timeout on the field. 23.7 seconds to go in the third. It's all Hope at the here on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Tonight's presentation of 8-man Division II State Football Championship, Hanston versus Hope on Smoky Hills Public Television, is made possible by an underwriting grant from Pawnee Valley Feeders. Are proud to sponsor coverage of the Hanston Elks and congratulate the kids on a great season. Pawnee Valley Feeders of Hanston, commercial cattle feeders with a 20,000 head feedlot. By AGCO Incorporated, serving Russell County and the surrounding area. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the generous support of the Hanston State Bank and Hanston Insurance Agency.
Back at Schaefer Field and Russell, Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jansen. Hope faces a 4th down and 2 right here. It looks like they're lining up in a formation to go for it, Larry. Or Boston out, they're going to back up and punt it now. Fredley will punt it away. See if anybody goes back deep for Hanston. And there's the snap, the kick. It's a high one. It's a deep one. Lands at the 5.
Did he get it? Yep.
And it is going to be down at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 4.
So only 76 yards to go right now for Hanston for the touchdown. A nice punt by Fredley. Dropped that sucker right down inside the 5.
With a left foot. He's a left-footed booter. Did you see that?
And of course, Hope had the advantage right there of having that wind behind him too, so that helped that punt out. And of course, Hanston not leaving anything to chance for a fake punt. They had everybody up on the line. They didn't want to have too many guys left behind.
Well, they're 76 away from Paybert, and the Elks need to try to get there in a short period of time.
1st and 10 from the 4. Salmon back to pass. Throws it up the field. It is nearly intercepted, then
Twice.
nearly caught.
Well, Zeb Elliott about got his hands on it first, deflected it, and then Jacob Krause about got it again. And is always intended to Phillip Brose.
Wow. Brose had a chance at it after it was tipped by Elliott, but Krause came flying in there and knocked it away from there.
And you wonder how he's got that much energy stored up.
2nd down and 10. Just under 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The ball at the 4-yard line. Hanston needs some yardage right here. Salmon is going to keep it. Goes left side. Levi Salmon still on the run, trying to make something happen. Still on his feet, still running. And finally is brought down at about the 12-yard line, almost the 13.
And
that is the last play of the 3rd quarter. Hanston has a long ways to come back. It's 40-14. But before we go to the break, Drew Miller has some excited Hope fans down on the sideline.
Okay, I'm joined here with Jenny Bacchus and Jessica Barrett, 2 seniors at Hope High School. How does it feel to be up 40-14 going into the 4th quarter?
Pretty good. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
Now, it's pretty bone chilling out here. It seems to be getting colder and colder as the time goes by. Are you able to keep warm?
Not really. Oh, yeah. Jumping and screaming for our team.
Yeah, just keeping the energy up. Now, are you gonna have a big celebration afterwards if you happen to win this game?
Oh, probably.
And being seniors, I bet it's pretty exciting, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you hear it first. Seniors of Hope High School.
We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, 40-14, Hope over Hanston.
Tonight's presentation of 8-man Division II State Football Championship, Hanston versus Hope on Smoky Hills Public Television, is made possible by an underwriting grant from Pawnee Valley Feeders. Are proud to sponsor coverage of the Hanston Elks and congratulate the kids on a great season. Pawnee Valley Feeders of Hanston, commercial cattle feeders with a 20,000 head feedlot. By AGCO Incorporated, serving Russell County and the surrounding area. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the generous support of the Hanston State Bank and Hanston Insurance Agency. Also by Snyder Well Service, Jetmore Veterinary Service.
3rd down and 1 for Hanston. Levi Salmon sends Seiler in motion. Salmon's off the right side. 1st down. Brought down by Kobe Elliott, but a gain of 2 for Levi, and it's another 1st down for Hanston. 23 carries, 64 yards. Hope's done such a good job of holding them down.
Tough yards he's got. He normally has 64 yards and 6 or 8 carries.
Now Salmon's back to pass. Gets a good block. Levi in trouble. Steps out. Throws it up the field. Dvorak makes a catch. He's down the sideline. Joe Dvorak at the 20. At the 10. The 5. Touchdown.
Hang on to your dreams.
64 yards. And look out. This baby ain't over yet. It's 40-20.
A lot of time left. The way they can score an 8-man ball and keep your dreams alive. Elks for your 3-peat. The Hope Lions are double the score on you, but hang on.
That was a 64-yard pass from Levi Salmons to Joe Dvorak, and Salmons was under some pressure, and he was able to get it off. The two-point conversion's coming up, 11:36 to go here in regulation. It's a 20-point ball game right now. Hanston trying to get the 2 to make it an 18-point game. Salmons keeps it up the middle. Nobody touches him until he crosses the goal line. So at the 11:36 to go in the ball game, it's now 40-22, and you see a little hop in the step. Watch this, Salmons rolling right. Steps up, throws it, Dvorak. Look at Savory, he'd given up on the play. And then it was too late. As Savory, it looked like he might have pulled something, but Travis Savory was not able to make the tackle, and Dvorak cruised into the end zone for the touchdown. Now, Larry, we're asking you again. 11:36, you're down by 18. Can you still?
Are you looking for the onside kick? I knew that's what's coming out of you. Well, I don't know. They've been doing that squib kick that's kind of pooch kick. I'd just pooch it. Why don't you just pooch it over the front lineman here? You know, just pooch it up in there about 10, 15 yards if you can do that. They're sneaking up. You see, 6.
Yep,
Fredley, and then Kyle Larson over here. They're looking for that short kick. Now Zach Hicks starts to go back with old Jacob Kraus. Look at that. See?
Here's Bros with the kick.
And it's
a deep one.
Could get out of bounds. Nope.
And it's going to roll into the end zone, and that will be a 1st and 10 for Hope at the 15-yard line. Now here comes a real challenge for Hope. Or for Hanston, really, is trying to stop Jacob Kraus in that running game.
Well, I think Coach Slayton's going to have to do some little blitz packages. He can't sit back and wait for them to have either Hicks or Kraus running right at you. He's going to have to try to do something else, stunts, bring a different package.
There's Kraus, right side, hit and dropped. Wilkins in on the tackle. Also Frusher in there. Short gain on the play, a couple. It brings up 2nd and 8.
Make it 2nd and about 7.
Well, the Elks ain't down. They're down, but you don't count them out yet because they're you don't get back here to 5 and 6 times in a state championship game by.
They have to get to the 25 for the first. There's a pitch outside. Hicks with the carry. He is met by Seiler at about the 21, 22-yard line. Seiler picks up about 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Or Fredley, excuse me.
Fredley was your ball carrier, but 4 yards to go, 3rd, kind of critical down. They're gonna keep it on the ground.
3rd down and 4, and here comes everybody. There's a give to Kraus. He is not going to have the first down. The fumble on the play. Does Hanston have it? That's the question.
We got to wait for the Zebras.
And they do. Hanston has recovered a fumble.
And there they go. That's what the doctor ordered if you're Hanston Elk fans, and it's exactly the wrong prescription if you're looking for the Hope Lions. They wanted to keep hold of that ball. Don't drop the rock on the carpet.
Old Mo is starting to shift back to the defending state champions.
And look at that flag blowing, Jeremy. Jeremy, look at the flag blowing, too. I mean, I tell you, it's cold.
The Hope fans are getting up on their feet, trying to cheer on their defense. This is becoming a ball game, folks. 1st down and 10 from the 21. Salmons back to pass. Steps up, throws it out, has Dvorak, incomplete. If he's able to get that pass off a little bit quicker, Dvorak might be able to adjust himself to make that catch, but it's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
The timing was just off, barely. If Levi could have hit him, like you said, Jeremy, an extra second or two earlier, he had a better chance for a completion. And I think Joe might have scampered in the end zone.
The ball at the 21-yard line after the fumble from Hope. Zach Hicks trying to get his teammates pumped up. The senior leader in at the middle linebacker spot. Here's Salmons, double tight. Levi rolls right, in trouble, has a man Frusher. Frusher cuts back inside, still on his feet, and is hammered down at about the 13, a gain of 8 on the play, 3rd down and 2.
You got jackhammer from the backside by 2 guys, looked like.
Tackled by number
But it's a great job of Joey Fresher to catch the ball and then dodge that one tackler, would-be tackler, and then made another 3 or 4 yards after that. So 3rd and short, huh?
And a good job hanging on to the ball, too, because he got hit hard from the backside. 3rd down and 2. Salmons is going to take it over the left side, still going, fighting. Tell you what, Levi Salmons has the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. It's a first down for Hanston.
That was determination against determination. Oh, Carl Bentz, the 155-pound sophomore, was coming in at nose guard, and he tried to keep Levi from gaining that yards, but unsuccessful in this particular attempt. First down for the Hanston Elks, and 1st and goal into Jeremy.
9.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 1st and goal from the 9. One wide receiver split to the far side. Salmons is going to roll that way. Levi's looking. He's going to run it. He's going to get into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Hanston. 9:15 to go from 9 yards out. Levi Salmons has brought Hanston just a little bit closer.
And 2 minutes of action. We've got 2 touchdowns. Now, if we get this extra point here, that means there's 14 points scored. No.
It's a 12. If they get the extra point, if they get the 2 points right here, it's a 10-point ball game.
Yes.
Salmons sends Lee in motion. And Levi keeps it. He is hit and dropped. Carl Bentz on the tackle.
Among others.
It remains.
Zach Hicks and
here's
Carl
a
Bentz.
Touchdown run. Look at Salmons rolling. Wanted to throw it and then said, I'm going to run this one in. Got it in from 9 yards out. So it's 9:15 to go in the ball game. Hanston has scored the last 3 touchdowns and lead this ball game by a score of 40, or trails by a score of 40-38. Or 40-28, if I get it right one of these days.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, it's a little chilly out there. It's easy to get 28 and 38 mixed up, but it is 40-28. Hope has had a couple unanswered scores against them here. 9:15 to go, and there's still hope for the Hanston Elks.
40-28 is their score. As the extra point run
there's
fails
still hope
for
the Hanston Elks. Whoa. But the Lions are determined, and here we'll see what happens.
There's the squib kick, the short one. Kraus takes it on the run. He's to the outside. Kraus still going, cuts it across the field, still on his feet, and Thayer finally rips him down at the 40-yard line.
And it had to be at least 6 of the Hanston Elks had an opportunity to tackle him. Only 2 of them maybe didn't, right?
And
he broke all of them.
Thayer barely held on for dear life on that one. Woo. So 1st down and 10 for Hope at the 40-yard line. The Hanston defense, they got a fumble the last time.
And that had all the people up here in the Hope Stadium on this side. It was up cheering, anticipating maybe a breakaway for kickoff return.
Here it is, 1st down and 10 for Hope. Kraus, ball on the ground again.
Oh,
Hanston falls on it. Can you believe it?
What exciting football.
This is amazing. Another fumble. Kraus couldn't hang on to it. And Hanston has it 1st down and 10. Dvorak on the ball. Eric Dvorak.
The 167-pound junior found a rock on the carpet, covered it up, and now the carom goes back to the Hanston Elks, who do have momentum and scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes.
This is almost like the Yankees. Feels like they can everything goes their way, and now Hanston starting to have that. Zach Lee gets into his spot.
Change it to wing T left.
Salmons back to pass. He has time. He's going to roll right. Levi is going to throw it up the field. Incomplete, intended for Bros. Went sliding in on the far side. I think if Salmons pulls that ball down and goes off the left hip of Jeremiah Meeks, he has some running room on that one, but the pass is incomplete. It brings up 2nd down.
That's a good job by Phillips Boers, though. He's kind of slid like this instead of the presence of mind, try to get the hands right and catch the ball, and almost had a completion.
And did what a receiver should do, come back to the ball.
That's right, absolutely. Quarterback's in trouble, go back, help him out.
2nd down and 10. Salmons goes right, pitches it out.
Oh!
has Seiler down the sidelines, breaks the tackle, still going, and knocked out of bounds. At about the 18-yard line, maybe the 17. Friendly knocked him out. That's a big gainer right there of 24 yards, and it's a first down for the Elks.
You talk about a shootout in the OK Corral, Jeremy, that you mentioned earlier. We got one.
Look at this. Watch him. The pitch. And Seiler, the presence of mind to stay in his spot, still going down the sidelines. A great play.
I think Levi had the arch of about shooting a free throw, about a 15-foot free throw, the way he arched the ball out to Seiler, huh?
Hope back on their heels right now. Hanston driving the dance. Lee in motion. Salmons back to pass. He's under pressure. Levi throws it up the field, incomplete.
Good job.
He was throwing that one away as Philip Brose was in the vicinity.
It was a heads-up play by Levi Salmons right then.
Brings up second down and 10. Salmons has thrown the ball 18 times, 7 for 18, 143 yards. He has 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. He's also ran for a touchdown.
Look for the Wildcat formation here. Yep. You got Thayer in the slot. Split receivers, Brose and Howe.
Second and 10. Salmons is going to pass it again. He throws it up the field. Was looking for Brose and overthrew him.
Pass intended to Philip Brose.
I think there's a mix-up in what the coach wanted and how the players on the field actually run that route.
Now it's third down and 10. Hanston waiting for the play call. Jerry Slayton in the middle of his team over there on the far side. They bring the play in. Thayer and Howe in with the play. Salmon steps into the huddle. Brose is going to be split to the near side. The slot right is Thayer. Howe is the receiver on the far side. The lone setback is pressure. Salmons is going back. He's going to be blitzed under pressure. Throws it up the field. It's caught. That's going to be close to a first down. I believe they have it.
Cody caught it.
The catch was made by Howe at about the 7-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a first down, a gain of 11. First down and goal at the 7.
That was a good job, wasn't it, by the line to hold him out, because the ball looked like a screen at the middle had to come through there first.
They were bringing everybody right there. And like you said, the line, of course, you look at Frusher. He stayed back and provided some coverage. 2 backs. Salmons pitches it. There's Seiler close to the goal line. Knocked down at the 2, a gain of 5. Second down and goal from the 2. Seiler with 8 carries for 77 yards.
He's doing his share. He's doing his job, isn't he?
Tell you what, even if Hanston is not able to come back and win this ball game, it's a heck of a job.
There he goes.
Salmons close. Fighting towards the goal line. Is he in?
Quick count.
He is. Yep. Touchdown, Hanston.
Now.
A 2-yard run by Salmons. 7:39 to go. It is 40-34. They're within a touchdown, Larry.
It's awesome. Incredible 8-man action. Nobody bowling the tent. Nobody is poking the hole in your balloon. It's still a football game.
And this is a huge 2-point conversion right here. If Hanston's able to score it right here, they'll be within 4 points. If they're not, it's still a touchdown. There's the pitch. Seiler, he's hit. But we have a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is. It's going to be holding.
Pushing in the back.
That penalty will be declined. So it's 7:39 to go in the ball game. Hope has seen their lead dwindle from 32 to 6. Right there with Salmons leaning across. Look at that. It was 34-8 at halftime. And it was, then Hanston led 40-8, and then it was 40-14 at the end of the third quarter. But it didn't take Hanston long to get right back into this one. Salmons, a 2-yard run. with 7:39 to go. It didn't even take them 2 minutes from their last touchdown to get back. They've scored 3 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter.
In less than 5 minutes.
That is impressive.
Well, they were called cold weather, call it what you want to, but there's been those 2 fumbles, remember?
Yep.
And so Hostetler certainly wants to.
There's a kick, and it gets by Krause, and it's into the end zone for a touchback. No time runs off the clock.
Absolutely.
And the ball goes back to Hope.
And they got 15-yard line. They're going to be what? About 65 yards away from touchdown, and they could use some ball control, move the sticks, and some first downs. That's what Coach Hostetler wants. Of course, the Elks are going to be what? They're going to be ball tackling.
They need a first down right here too. Hope does, because if they go 3 and out right here and Hanston gets the ball back the way they've been moving the ball, look out.
Well, they got him shell-shocked right now.
Here we go. There's a pitch outside. Hicks with the carry. He steps in and is brought down as he crosses the 20 to the 21, a gain of 6. Jeremiah Meeks on the tackle.
Great job,
along with Seiler.
Fresher's over there for backup. Of course, so was Joe Dvorak. Oh, yeah.
2nd down and 4 from the 21.
Up on the lineman, you see you got old Brett. Wilkins, number 22. He's playing in. You got Fresher. He's the cornerback. He's kind of cheating up.
Really cheating up. There's Krause again. He's going to have a first down. And you look right there, you see Seiler just grabbing a hold of that football, trying to rip it out. Unsuccessfully, though, a gain of 6 on the play and a first down.
See, Joey Fresher normally plays that middle linebacker, and he had him stuck out there, see, as a cornerback, wrapping him up. They call that the Wildcat defense. Whenever they move their people out of the normal of the 5-1 set, and they move it to where they think the offense is going to be going, they adjust accordingly.
So here's a first down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Left side. A stick over there. Phillip Brose hits him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
And that's called the old IHOP waffle hit. That's when you leave the imprints on the back. Because that was a good stick.
That was a good stick. Do you get free pancakes and waffles or something?
Yeah, I think they have specials.
Okay.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10. Fredley keeps it. He has some room. Is knocked out of bounds by Dvorak. Joe Dvorak and Simeon Seiler knock him out at the 36. 3 yards short of the first down.
And stop that clock, which is important for Hanston.
A gain of 7 on the play for Fredley.
3rd and 3 with 6:04 to go. Hope still leads 40-34.
Tell you what, did you see the Hanston defenders right there? Those sucked inside. It allowed Fredley to get outside, but Dvorak made a nice adjustment on that one.
The interior linemen have to honor what Krause has done today. You've pointed it out all day long, Jeremy. I mean, Krause, man.
There's a pitch outside. That is not going to be a first down. Give the credit to Wilkins. He got in the backfield, forced Krause even further outside. Brose and Dvorak finish him off. No gain on the play. 4th down and 3.
That's a great job in there by Brett Wilkins, who is a 194-pound senior. A few years ago, his dad, Gene Wilkins, he was a coach up at Dighton, and very successful basketball coach forever.
So looks like Hope's going to punt the football away right here. Hanston's got to honor the fact that they just might try and fake it. Fredley. They're going to throw it to the far side. Look out. There's a block. That's going to be a first down. That's a first down for Hope. O'Bray with the block that sprung it. It's a gain of 4 and a first down.
Jacob Krause with enough yardage for the 1st and 10.
Now under 6 minutes to go, 5:50.
The ball near midfield, 1st and 10.
That was almost a block in the back over there on Fresher. Almost. I think it just barely had his head in front of him when he took him out of play.
Dvorak was over there as well. There's Kraus up the middle, and nearly sprung that one. Salmons saved a touchdown right there. Only a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Number 10, Levi Salmons makes the stop.
Yeah, that's a great job by Levi Salmons coming up from his safety position to make that shoestring tackle. Or Jacob Kraus is going to be off and galloping, running towards that Bronco end zone down here at Russell and Schaefer Field.
Unofficially 30 carries, 260 yards for Kraus. There's a pitch outside. Hicks hit. He's dropped. Seiler out there. Making the initial contact was Joe Dvorak. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and long 8.
And we had Seiler kind of helped Joe finish him off.
4:52 and counting. 3rd down and 8. The ball at the Hanston 38-yard line.
Another critical call for the Hope Lions to keep the clock moving and also try to move the sticks for another 1st down.
Man in motion. Hicks.
That kicks.
Back to pass. Fredley throws it over the middle. What a hit by Bros. The ball's loose. Meeks falls on it. Another fumble by the Lions. I do not believe what I'm seeing right now. Phillip Bros with a huge stick.
Incredible. Awesome hit by Phillip Bros. And Jeremiah Meeks is right there, number 76, to pick up that loose carom on the floor and give the Hanston Elks one more chance.
Look at this hit. Watch it. And just feel this thing. Bam! And Meeks saying that is my breadbasket right there.
Awesome. Incredible job.
That is the 3rd fumble that Hope has lost in the 4th quarter.
They're at the right place at the right time. Unbelievable.
Salmons rolls right. Still has it. He's hit at the 36-yard line. A gain of a couple on the play. 2nd down and 8.
They might have had him wrapped up. We didn't have a good view, but Levi Salmons had Frusher open out there in case he wanted an option to him wide. He was open. And if he could have got the ball that time, it could have been a long run.
27 carries, 81 yards for Salmons. 2nd down and 8. The other way. Now there's a pitch to Frusher. Has some running room. Gets to the sideline and is knocked out of bounds. Short of the 1st down. We'll see where they mark it at.
Number 33, Zach Hicks.
They're going to mark that ball at about the 31, 32-yard line.
Will be 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4. A gain of 4 on the play.
Critical 3rd down call coming up for Coach Jerry Slayton and assistant coach Oliver Salmons, who generally calls all the offensive plays.
They haven't been in this position all year long to have to make critical calls like this, but they have in their past. Salmons keeps it up the middle. He's going to go! Levi Salmons is into the end zone, and this ball game is tied.
That's an awesome.
Unbelievable.
What a football game, folks.
I just cannot believe it. That is 32 unanswered points, and Levi Salmons from 32 yards out has tied this football game.
Unbelievable. Talk about a quarterback that kind of reverse, counter, fake one way, and he was open. When he broke through that initial line of scrimmage, Jeremy, there was all lights out for Levi Salmons. And now with all the important 2-point, extra point, here they come out lining up here.
You got to think that Levi Salmons is going to have a piece of this thing. They call it timeout. We're going to keep it here. 3:45 to go in the ball game.
Well, they had an empty backfield. Here we go.
Salmons busted through the left side. You see the replay. Just went left, and there was nobody out there. He just was able to walk into the end zone.
He was shocked that they didn't have anybody there trying to catch him. Levi, that he went in and scampered. What's that make his total now in rushing?
He has 113 yards on 27 carries. 28 carries.
And none of it's been
easy. He has ran for 3 touchdowns here in the 4th quarter, thrown for 1, and threw for a touchdown in the 3rd quarter.
An awesome job. And you know, his older brother 2 years ago was on the quarterback this team, who's now playing out at the College of Mines. That would be Luke Salmons. And Luke played in the Shrine Bowl game on the West team. You might know that.
This is an unbelievable ball game. I'll tell you what, this is so reminiscent last year of the Division I championship game when South Barber was coming back on St. Paul.
When that game ended up 26-24 too.
Yep.
St. Paul dared to beat
2-point.
South Barber Chieftains, wasn't it, last year?
2-point ball game.
2-point.
Here it comes.
There we go, 40 to 40.
I'll tell you what, the Hanston fans are excited. It's a role reversal. The Hope fans can't believe what they've seen. 32 unanswered for Hanston. Will they make it 34 right here and take their first lead of the ball
Crutcher's the
game?
fullback.
Salmon gonna go left. He's hit, and he is
well.
not gonna make it. Throws it up. Tell you what, trying to make something happen. I'll tell you, he has to be careful in a play like that. His team's coming down around him. If he throws it up and Hope is able to pick that thing off, they can go the other way for 2 points.
That's right. Could have been 2 points for Hope.
But the run fails. Check your ticker, folks. A lot of points have been scored.
I mean, you know, Levi may not have known it, but he could have pitched that ball up in the air, and Chris Orr could have caught it and off, and he'd been in for a touchdown the other way. Or, I mean, a 2-point extra point. But he's safe. Chris was up here, wasn't he?
Well, he threw it far enough. Maybe he could have grabbed it. So now, what kind of confidence does Hope have? Momentum. They don't have a bit of momentum right now. They've lost 3 fumbles that have resulted in 3 Hanston touchdowns. The Elks have tied it at 40 with 3:45 to go.
Well, Coach Hostetler, they got to regroup.
There's a short kick. It's going to be taken by Hicks at the 11-yard line. Hicks with some running room to the outside, still on his feet, running
Great
hard.
drive. That's a good run.
Up across the 30 to the 31. So they will take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. 3:38 to go.
That's a good run. A good kickoff return there by Zach Hicks. Just good positive 15, 20 yards after he got the ball.
Andy Thayer on the tackle, along with Zach Lee. 3:38. The man of the day for Hope has been Jacob Kraus. 30 carries, 260 yards. Bradley with the carry to the outside. He's dropped up at the 34-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7.
Not many people sitting in the stadium. Not many people sitting in the press box. And I imagine if you're listening on the radio somewhere or watching it on TV, you're not sitting either.
Well, you ought to be here is where you ought to be.
Yes, you should be.
Incredible 8-man football.
2nd and 7, shotgun. Fredley gives it up the middle. No gain on the play.
Might have
for
lost
Kraus.
some, huh? Did he get
Kraus
back?
lost a yard, lost a couple on the play.
Joe Dvorak in there to make the stop.
Maybe lost a 1 and brings up 3rd down and 8.
On the play, make it 3rd and 8.
Tell you what, Kraus is using up a lot of my room on my stat sheet right now.
Now you're on the 3rd line just covering him. That's 259 yards rushing for the game, isn't it?
Yep. When you get into triple digits, though, on your 4th carry of the ball game, that happens. Fredley back to pass, steps up, throws it, has a man caught. First down.
Good job by the
Kyle
Hope Lions.
Larson makes the catch, and it's a 1st down for the Hope Lions in Hanston territory. A gain of 10 on the play for a 1st down.
And Corey had pressure on him, but man, what a great spiral, great touch, and he zipped that ball right into Kyle Larson, and he caught it.
77 yards passing today for Corey Fredley, including a touchdown.
He hasn't thrown very many times, but when he has, he's been very effective.
2:05 to go in the ball game. This is what state championship football is all about. There's a pitch outside to Hicks. He goes right, has a little room in his net, and dropped and nearly lost it. Somehow he managed to hang on to the football. That stick was made by Joe Dvorak. A gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. And this is the point on the field where they fumbled it last time. You see the clock running under 2 minutes.
Well, I tell you, it's crunch time. It's nail bite. They're all standing. They're huddled. They got their blankets on, the heavy parkas and the coats, but nobody's left this stadium.
2nd down and 8. 36 yards out. Back to pass. Looks like a screen. Has Kraus. He makes the catch. Cuts it back across the field. Kraus still on his feet. Look out. He can go. Kraus into the end zone. Touchdown.
With 1:12 to go.
Touchdown. 36 yards to Jacob Kraus. And Hope has retaken the lead at 46-40.
And no penalties, and so, whoa. Was that a great call by Coach Hostetter?
The blitz was coming, and he just snuck out of the backfield and some great running. The 2nd touchdown pass of the ball game from Fredley. This is a big 2-point conversion right here. Big 2-point conversion. Here it goes.
High formation.
Left side. Kraus throws it. That was an interesting play. Zeb Elliott makes the catch. 48-40.
Yeah.
That was a good form for a basketball shot.
Now Fredley gets the ball. Gives
Check
the ball.
out this pass. Watch it.
Touchdown.
There you go.
Touchdown.
Kraus across the field, the last man right there. Howe couldn't bring him down. And then the
Levi.
downfield blocking was spectacular, and Kraus marched it in the end zone. And he's only scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns today. And I've run out of room on my score chart now.
Well, you're just about out of time, too, so we only got 1:12. Maybe you double that up down there. It ain't over yet. Hanston might have the ball, too, but wasn't that a great extra point?
It was
Man,
awesome.
he hands off to 33 Hicks, and then he goes about 2 yards, and he throws the ball. He passes the ball.
And here's the kickoff. The line drive. It's going to be taken by Fresher at about the 18. Fresher to the outside, still on the run. There's a flag on the play.
Be a face mask.
It looks like in the area face mask.
Preliminary could be a face mask at least.
Preliminary signal is face masking.
On what?
Face mask on Hanston. It's like a 5-yard penalty.
Okay.
Up to the 29, so they need 51 yards in 1:07. And they only have 2 timeouts. They used one of them on that when they went for that 2-point one of their 2-point conversions.
5-yard penalty. It will be 1st and 10 for the Elks.
Norm Nuss, and they done a great job. You can see a picture of him there. He's the athletic director of the Russell High School Broncos and tournament host. Here we go.
1st down and 10 from the 29. Salmons back to pass, steps up, throws it down the field, has a man, Bros out there.
Whoa.
Nearly caught, nearly intercepted. If Fredley tips that just a little bit further, Bros
And
can
that through the
skip
time.
into the end zone.
That was the throw to Andy Thayer, number 2 over there on that one there. Bros is over here on this side, but it's hard to tell those numbers in there, but almost intercepted, then deflected, then almost caught.
So here we go again.
And we got exactly 1 minute to go, huh? Second 10.
Great crowd participation from both sides. Salmons has had one whale of a second half. He fumbles the snap, and that's huge. Brings up 3rd down, and now they really have to hustle. 3rd down and 12, a 2-yard loss for Levi Salmons.
Here we go. Clock's still running, so he can't throw it down. He can't.
And there he goes, back to pass. Stepping up, Salmons throws it up the field, incomplete. That was intended for Cody Howe.
So we're down to 1 play now, aren't we?
Here it is. This is for all the marbles right here. 4th down and 11.
He needs to, don't go for all the marbles. He needs to be just getting past the 40 yards stick at the midcourt.
Needs the
midfield.
Needs the 1st down. That's all they need to worry about right now, like you said, Larry.
Do you run a screen? You're going to go to who? Who are you going to go to? Your best receiver all year long, Phillip Bros?
Bros hasn't been very active catching. He hasn't been able to catch very many today. Fresher, Dvorak's really been the receiver.
Yeah, Dvorak, your
Here
tight
we
end.
go. This is
Good
it.
tight
Back
end.
to pass. Salmons under some pressure. Throws it up the field. Tipped. Incomplete.
It's incomplete. It's incomplete. It's on the ground there.
The Hope Lions look like they're going to pull off a humongous upset. Now all they have to do is put a knee down, and Dvorak goes back and talks with his quarterback and says, hey, you did everything you could. And that is a senior leader right there, Dvorak, because Salmons left it all out on the field.
It was an incredible comeback, and his leadership in this fourth quarter was awesome. Now some of the people are starting to think it could be over now.
There's a give up the middle. They give it to Kraus, who gets it to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play for Jacob Kraus.
And that should do it.
Should be the last play of the ball game. Hanston knows they don't need to even take a timeout. The Hope Lions had it in control. They just about lost it, but guess what? There's plenty of time left on the clock, and they're able to come back and get a victory. What a hard-fought football game, and look at the admiration these players have for each other.
They deserve every minute of it.
So Hanston, looking for their third straight state championship, comes up short. They fall to the Hope Lions by a score of 48-40.
Great sportsmanship. Look at that. That's incredible. Both teams very winning programs. Great job by Coach Hostetler. Great job by Coach Jerry Slayton and his Hanston Elks, trying to three-peat and just come up a little bit short, but what a gallant effort in that fourth quarter alone.
A big win for the Hope Lions. They're victorious by a score of 48-40. We'll hear from Jeff Hofstetter here in a moment. 48-40, Hope wins it over Hanston in the 8-man Division II championship game.
So, revenge is granted by the Hope Lions this year.
It definitely is granted, and I'll tell you what, you can't. So exciting for those guys to be able to celebrate a state championship, to be able to be crowned victorious today. And there's just, I mean, you can't feel any better for those kids.
Well, it's a great job. You know, an athlete is not crowned unless you compete according to the rules, and they both are just great jobs and great programs, and I'm just proud of all of them.
We'll hear from Coach Hostetler here in a moment. 48-40, we're back after this on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Tonight's presentation of 8-man Division II State Football Championship, Hanston versus Hope on Smoky Hills Public Television, is made possible by an underwriting grant from Pawnee Valley Feeders, are proud to sponsor coverage of the Hanston Elks and congratulate the kids on a great season. Pawnee Valley Feeders of Hanston, commercial cattle feeders with a 20,000 head feedlot. By AGCO Incorporated, serving Russell County and the surrounding area. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the generous support of the Hanston State Bank and Hanston Insurance Agency.
Back at Schaefer Field in Russell, the Hope Lions lining up for their championship victory picture, and rightly so. They deserve every bit of it. State champions, a 48-40 victory over the Hanston Elks. Hope led this ball game with 5:16 to go in the third quarter. They led it by a score of 40-8. Hanston rolled off 32 consecutive points to tie it at 40. They missed the two-point conversion, and then Hope. The big play to think about on that drive, Larry, the fake punt that went for a first down. They faked the punt, got the first down.
They needed 3 yards and got 4, didn't they, Jeremy?
Got
Something
4.
like that, yeah.
Big call right there by Jeff Hofstetter.
And it's a good thing it worked. The pass was complete and made it. And but then on the last drive was at their screen pass.
That was big.
And then that set your running back that had 263 yards rushing for the whole day. Jacob Krause had the 263 yards for the game. And how many carries did he have to get that?
He had 32 carries for 263 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground, 1 touchdown receiving, so 5 touchdowns total for Jacob Krause. And of course, Levi Salmons, what a game he had, especially in the second half. 29 carries, 112 yards. He ran for 3 touchdowns, and he threw for 2 more, all of them in the second half. The first half touchdown for Hanston was a 28-yard run by Simeon Seiler. But Hope never fell behind in this ball game. They jumped out in front by a score of 14-0, and then Hanston got back to within 8, made it 14-6, or made it 14 to 8, excuse me, and it was a 6-point ball game. So I'll tell you what, Hope never folded though when Hanston was coming back on them, and they kept their composure, put together that last drive, executed, did what they had to do to win this game.
And it's very critical, like you mentioned earlier, was that the one play they had to make that last play, 4th down and 3, and it worked, and it kept the drive going. And the rest of it was kind of history as far as on Coach Hostetler's Hope Lions, punching it on in, moving the sticks, kept ball control, and then just be able to run out the clock when they finally got ahead in the last bit of the 4th quarter.
What do you kind of a difference, looking back on the game, what kind of difference do you think it would have made if Hanston maybe could have controlled some of those big plays that Hope had in the first half? You look down the sheet, 56-yard touchdown run, 71-yard touchdown run, 57-yard touchdown run, all in the first 6.5 minutes of the ball game.
Well, it's I don't know. It's Coach Letton, he had to make some adjustments and things by what he thought in the game film, and maybe a tackle or here. But what was amazing to me is that all week long, they had some, and Coach Letton wouldn't look for excuses having people out with flu or from school, but that'd be a factor on the health issue of some of his players, and that might have been a factor. But I suppose cold temperature is one thing, but it's cold both ways, and so I don't know. It's just a great job by everybody. But I don't know. I don't have no answer on it. It's just great playing, I think, by the Hope Lions earlier that sprung them for the deal, because they had some missed tackles. They just didn't wrap them up. And it's a game of blocking and tackling, whether it's 8-man, 11-man, whatever division. You got to block, you got to tackle, you got to execute.
Unofficially, 508 yards of total offense for Hope in this ball game. 263 yards on the ground for Jacob Krause, 76 yards on the ground for Corey Fredley, 46 yards on the ground for Zach Hicks. They also threw 7 times, completed 5 of them for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. For Hanston, Levi Salmons had 29 carries, 112 yards, threw the ball 22 times, completed 8 of them for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also threw 1 interception, but a big part of this ball game, you look in the turnover category, Hope turned the ball over 3 times, all of them coming in the 4th quarter, all of them resulting in Hanston touchdowns, which led to that comeback. So you look at that aspect of it. It just goes to show you how important turnovers are and how they can change the atmosphere, the perspective of a football game.
And every coach mentions it. If they talk about offensive keys of the game, they got to take care of it. They can't make mistakes. They can't have penalties, and they certainly can't have turnovers. And then all of a sudden, you get 3 chances, and then you score on all 3 times. Well, hats off to the Hanston Elks. You got to give them credit for hanging in there and trying to come back. They could have folded a tent, but they have too much pride and too much tradition for all the years there at Hanston to do that. It's just a great, incredible high school football game. 8-man. It don't get any better than this, I don't think, Jeremy.
I'll tell you what, we might not get to hear from Coach Jeff Hofstadter. He is surrounded by a ton of people right now. You look at him, and how excited he is, and he's been working hard to get where they used to be. and where they wanted to be, and the state champion is where they wanted to be, and they were able to do that. And it looks like Drew Miller has moved in, and he's now has Coach Hostetter.
Okay, we're joined here with the winning coach, Jeff Hostetter. And Coach, can you tell us a little bit about how you're feeling right now?
I don't know. Relieved have to be the best word for it. You know, I want to tell you that I just did that to make a good game for everybody to watch, but that ain't the truth. And I said they did a good job of coming back and turning the momentum around on us there. And I thought maybe the first half was the best football we've ever played here. And I told these guys this is a good Hanston team, and they can come back at any time. And you know, turnovers probably hurt us worse than anything. We just had way too many turnovers there in the second half, that third quarter. And I told the kids, somebody just needs to step up and make a big play and turn the momentum around, and we did that. A good job there on that last drive.
And you kind of predicted it at halftime. You said that you can't really take Hanston for granted, and sure enough, they did come back. What else did you tell them for that winning drive? Was there something that really sparked them to just go ahead and put it in for the touchdown and two-point conversion?
No, you know, I told these kids, I said, this is for a state championship now. This is what we all work for all them years in there. We worked for all year long. And I told them, I said, somebody, like I said, somebody needs to step up and make a big play, and our seniors did a good job of that.
Was it a little bit sweeter that you beat Hanston, or did it matter?
Oh, I don't think it really matters in there. It's tough to beat a team. You can't take anything away from Hanston. 38 or so straight wins, and I don't know how many state championships, but you know, it feels good to beat a team of that quality in there. But you know, like I said, not to take anything away from them. They're a good football team. And
just the game itself, it just, you know, really brings a certain atmosphere to eight-man football, and you can really see it with both crowds.
Yeah, you know, there wasn't that many dull moments in that last stretch. You know, I don't know if anybody could sit down and enjoy what they were seeing there, because anything could have happened. Like I said, you can be down by 30 points in eight-man, and you see how quick it can turn around.
Thanks, Coach, and congratulations, and go celebrate.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks a lot, Drew. And it's a ball game that you know, Coach Hostetter wanted to make it a blowout. He would like to keep it that way, but it got a little bit closer than he wanted to. So.
He gave credit where credit's due. He said they're a classic team. They've been here before. They've won a lot of state championships. He didn't know how many. He didn't really care, because right now the moment is going to the Hope Lions and Coach Hostetter and all the work that he's done. Because he's a Rule 10 coach, you know. But he's just done a great job.
All right, Hope, his state championship. 48-40, the Hope Lions over the Hanston Elks. They're Division II state champions. Special thanks to everybody who made this broadcast possible. For color analyst Larry Jantz, I'm Jeremy McGuire saying so long from Russell, Kansas.
Tonight's presentation of 8-man Division II State Football Championship, Hanston versus Hope on Smoky Hills Public Television, is made possible by an underwriting grant from Pawnee Valley Feeders. Are proud to sponsor coverage of the Hanston Elks and congratulate the kids on a great season. Pawnee Valley Feeders of Hanston, commercial cattle feeders with a 20,000 head feedlot. By AGCO Incorporated, serving Russell County and the surrounding area. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the generous support of the Hanston State Bank and Hanston Insurance Agency. Also by Snyder Well Service, Jetmore Veterinary Service,